Hey, alright, good morning. So, once in a while this happens, and this is why I do what I do with picking. Sometimes I find some absolutely mind-blowing things for dirt cheap. So I'm going to show you, I paid probably about $1, I think it was about $1.60. And when I found them, I literally flipped out. So here we go. This is what I found. These are original photographs in slide form, slide transparency form, of Led Zeppelin in 1975. And there was a set of the band Chicago playing in 1975, and there is the Davis Cup. This is 1975 too. It's dated, and I haven't seen who's on here. If this is like John McEnroe and some other, these are actually going to be valuable too. So I went through some of these, and the guy's name is on the side. These are original prints. So it's crazy. This is crazy. I was digging through like the books and stuff, and just seeing if I could find any cool tapes or whatever. Sometimes you have to really dig to be able to find stuff. At the Goodwill outlets, and you have to be very patient. I probably, to find these four, I probably had to dig through 1,000 books. Like moving stuff over and video, and when I found one, I thought when there's one like this, there's usually more, and I was correct. The first one I found was one of the Led Zeppelin sets, and I was like, and I looked at one of the slides. So these aren't like manufactured collectors, slides or anything. These are the real deal. I'll even show you guys here real quick. These are the real deal, man. They're numbered. There is a little number on the back. I can hold one of these up. I actually, I have this thing right here. It does. So it will transfer. I can put a slide in it, and it'll transfer and make a photograph. So I'm going to show you a few of those too. But I'll hold this up to light, and you can see. Okay. Anyway, now the value of these is kind of unknown, but I have a little bit of something to go by. Anyway, I'm going to show you. We'll talk about that more in a second, because I have some questions for you guys. Okay, so that's one of them. I'll just show you a few. This is not all of them. This is like only about 1/4 of the Zeppelin stuff you're going to see. There's some really good photos. So this was the physical graffiti tour. So that's like, he's like, there's laser. I guess he had like lasers coming out of his guitar or something. I've seen the video where he was doing the lasers. There's a couple of those. Look, yeah, there we go. Oh man, that is freaking awesome. So I'm pretty sure, from what I can tell, that I own the rights to these, which is interesting. I need to look into it a little bit more. So this is like a question for some of you guys that know, only if you know for sure facts on well, the rights aren't even, so that doesn't. Never mind. I'll figure that out. But I am curious about the rights to them because this is interesting. But also, if you guys know, if any of you have ever dealt with selling slides, see on eBay, somebody sold like 18 live Who slides from 1975, you know, sold for like $380 or something, but he just did a buy it now. And they're probably worth more, you know. That's the thing, it's like the people that did there was a boxing match with Muhammad Ali and somebody else, and he sold each one by auction, and they sold like $100 a piece, which sounds more realistic, you know, with like anything this level is super rare. They would not let you in a show with a camera unless you know, I mean, you would have had to have a press pass. You would have, so this guy would have literally been like, you know, he worked for a newspaper or magazine, but he was based, so okay, so these are from Long Beach. When you look up that show, it's Long Beach, and his address is Fullerton. His address is on one of these, and I looked up the house, and the house is like, the house now is super huge. It's $1 million house, and it's like, it's like 7.5 bathrooms and something. It's crazy. Anyway, so this is why I do what I do, you know? It's like, it's crazy. In the last week, I have 2 just like amazing cool scores, you know? And it's pretty amazing, like what I paid for these, you know? It's just like, but when I find something like this, kind of like those signed baseballs or whatever, like I could have blown those out for $300 overnight, but I still have them, you know? It's like, sometimes it's better to hold off a little bit. With these, I'm not going to hold off too long, but I know these have some value. Anyway, we'll go through a few more. So, yeah, so basically, there's some really good photos too. They're pretty damn cool photos, man. It's like John Bonham. So, yeah, mind-blowing, huh? Absolutely. So, yeah, I mean, stuff is out there, you know. It's you just would never imagine that. Okay, so I've bought slides. I've always looked at slides whenever I see them, and if they're even halfway interesting, I buy them. I have a big bag full of slides. I have slides of like Mount Rainier from the late 40s and like, you know, all the way up to Alaska. I have some other weird slides, but nothing close to, like, finding slides like this is like, you know, it's absolutely like, you know, it's just because of what I do and how I look and what, you know, knowledge, I found these. I mean, these would have been destroyed. Like, all of the people that would have found these had already left, you know. They left. They, you know, there was nobody, okay, possibly somebody would have shown up and found them, but there was a limited hours left before these went back and were munched. So, you know, anyway, I absolutely, I love this, and I'm like completely blown away, you know. I mean, financially this is great. It's just super cool. I'll always have, you know, I'll always be able to keep these, you know. Maybe I'll do something else with these photos. Maybe there's another option, you know. This is where you guys step in and, you know, let me hear some like really professional ideas. I mean, I love hearing your ideas, you know. So, anyway, cool. I will talk to you guys later. Thanks.